Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War, 1861 to 1865. And today is the day. The game is available on Steam. If you want to go get it, it is being sold for $39.99. And I think they're not doing any kind of conversions. So if you're in the U.S., you pay $39.99 in U.S. dollars. If you're in Europe, I think you pay $39.99 in euros. I don't know what the exchange rate is, but I'm sure there's a little bit of a difference. But I guess they just decided that the exchange rate is probably close enough that they didn't try to convert it. They just said $39.99 in both places. So I want you to kind of look at this. We're continuing our 1862 campaign. And I don't like that little twisting around thing. And now I can't zoom, so let's see if we can't. I usually can zoom after I click a couple of times. So if we're looking at this place right here, in one of my other playthroughs, that unit actually got cut off by the Army of the Ohio coming across by rail. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to bring him down here. And I'll tell you what, that sound, that music, it's kind of getting me. So I noticed in a couple of people's playthroughs that they have trouble with the music, and they use this slider, but they don't ever look at this slider. And this slider also, you got to kind of pay attention to it, because if this isn't affecting the music, then it's probably this music. So you want to make sure that both of these are fairly low if you're having sound that's really loud, like music that's really loud. The sound is, a different thing. That's the sound effects. Like, I think you can hear the wind kind of blowing right now. And also the sound effects affect battle sounds and things like that when you're actually fighting a tactical battle. So we've got this army. It calls itself an army, but it's only 11,000 men. We got this army moving back to Chattanooga. And then we also have, let's see, we have... I believe this is coming back. It should be coming back. I'm not really sure what they're doing, actually. Let's do that. I don't really know what that is. I've seen it. Let's X out of that. And that's good enough. We just want him back. I don't know why he moved up there. And this guy says he's coming back too. So that's good. He's marching. That's good. And then what to do over here? We have literally crushed the Army of the Southwest in 2 battles. I don't think they're going to really do anything to us. They can't stop us, because now we're 16,000 men. They're at, what did we say, 3387. So that's essentially a 5-to-1 advantage at this point. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move them up here, which we have done in other playthroughs. Oh, okay. It's such, I don't even know why they're asking me if I want to fight this. It's such a small, we outnumber them so much. The army of His Excellency has ended with the enemy has reportedly suffered casualties. Our casualties we have captured. See, that's what we had already done. So, oh well. We go through that again. But that's pretty cool. So what do they have now? 3,400 No, they have their strength is 5,164. That's I was misreading that. So we outnumber them about 3-1. A little over 3-1 actually. So let's speed that up a little. I wish they had a little jump map. Maybe they do and I just don't know about it. But the little jump map would mean I could jump around the screen a lot better. Let's see what's going on down here. Fort Morgan Garrison. I think that's the fort I actually built. I don't want to move them up. I don't know that. I just want them to be in range of this fort if they attack. So what else is going on? I really want to bring this guy back. I really want to bring Stonewall Jackson back to the army. And yes, I know that means I'm going to leave Winchester wide open, but if I'm attacked across here, I don't want him to, not be at basically full strength. There's another one down here somewhere. That's not it. Is this it? This is it. Hill Division. Hill's Corps. My bad. So let's get him up here as well. So at least if they're up here and we get attacked, we'll be at full strength. Once I get up here, I think I'm going to, and get down here, I think I'm going to redo the army that this is. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to redo this, and I'm going to make as somebody mentioned, I'm going to actually make a cavalry corps, and I'm just going to have cavalry in it. They don't really seem to have very many cavalry, though. They just have 2 brigades of cavalry. No, wait a minute, there's a third one. And these are horse or cavalry artillery. And I don't think I'm going to put those in it. So 1, 2, I thought I saw another one. 1, 2, oh, here it is, 3. So we'll see if that helps. They're still waiting on their orders. And they're waiting on theirs. Let's see what we have here. British intervention 40%. Invasions 4. Naval bombardments 1. So I don't know if I've looked at every single thing that we could do over here. We have our policies, and I'm going to let the computer auto manage those. But it looks like we have pretty much all the way down to Militia Act 3, which if you look at the pop-up, it says an act lengthening the contract of new volunteer units to 36 months or to the end of the war. So we want to make sure that that's in play. That's definitely what we want. And King Cotton 2. And then halt the cotton trade. Why would we do that? No, I don't think so. Here we have, okay, that's paused. So here we have finances. So tariffs, sales taxes, income tax, corporate tax, land sales, total revenues, 29 million. Total expenses, 89 million. That's not good. But I don't know that there's anything we can do about that, because I don't think either one, the Confederacy or the Union, were in good shape financially to actually fight the kind of war that they had to fight. This down here gives us a little bit of information on the strength of our economy. The economy is in a recovery mode. Wealth is high incomes. Unemployment 7.4%. National debt $100 million. That's a lot. Interest rate 6.06%, which is not bad. Debt rating is 1A, A plus. That's not the best it can be. It could be AAA. And I guess cash on hand we have $386 million. I think that's what it is. And so you can add subsidies over here, but as you can tell, I'm already running a huge deficit. So if I add any more over here, I might really screw things up for me, because you don't want your economy crashing. Funding tariffs, we had 29.7%, and sales tax at 10%. Looks like it's all the way to the far side of the scale, so I don't know that we can do much more with that. And it's auto managed, so anything that's going on is being done by that. And so this is the economy. We've looked at this, and these are all of the locations that are manufacturing our goods or producing our goods. Value of production's going up $988 million. Efficiency 100%. Workforce 82%. Profits $237 million. And corporate tax $876 million. Building level 1, condition 100%. All that looks good, but for some reason we're still not really doing that great. Something I wanted to look at is, I think it's this actually, goods and trade. So artillery, in depots 0.4, in markets 88.55. I'm not sure if that means I can update stuff, but I certainly do want to update. So something else we did not look at is fleets. Fleets are a strange little deal, in my opinion. You don't actually fight naval battles, but you can build your fleets, and they're almost, I guess they all are auto-resolved, and you can build your fleets by all fleets by adding a new fleet and then adding construct a new ship. And so if you click construct a new ship, it gives you this. It's similar to recruiting a new brigade. Required port level. There's some ships you can't build in certain ports because they're just too big, and that would be these ones that say required level 4. So I don't know what level my ports are, to be honest. I guess we could kind of see if we couldn't figure that out by looking at one. Let's look at Mobile. So let's see. Mobile port. Not blocked. I'm trying to see. Man, that's real little writing. It's hard to tell. I don't think it says what level it is. I'm not sure what level that port is, to be honest. Oh well. That's just one of the little things that we'll figure out as we go along. Oh, perks. That's something else we need to look at, because this army over here probably has some perks that we can... This army probably has some perks that we can add. Oops. That's not the one I wanted. Alright, here we go. So as you can see, everybody has moved into the division they're supposed to be in. Well, let's see if we can't upgrade these at this point. Okay, so it did let me do it that time. Let's upgrade this as well. Okay. Springfield musket. Yeah, that's not very good. Let's see if we can't upgrade it. Yep. Good deal. So, this army, if nothing else, is going to be up to date weapon-wise. So everything that says rifle musket, Springfield rifle musket, and Enfield rifle musket. This Mississippi rifle is the one that I said is actually, I think, as good as the rifle musket. It has a longer range, and Enfield musketoon. So this army is completely upgraded, if you ask me. Here are the perks, actually. Let's see. What do we want to do with our perks? So if we go down through engineering one company in this unit is specially trained for engineering duties, allowing them to assemble pontoons during battles, while also increasing speed of digging in. Sharpshooters 1. Company of men in this unit are hand-picked marksmen, increasing the accuracy of the unit's fire. Zouavi, I think that's how you pronounce that, trained to fight according to French chasseur à pied theories. This unit is drilled in fast movement on the battlefields. Yeah, I thought, well, I'm thinking of another game that I play that has Zouavis, and they usually have higher morale as well, but the men are specially trained for skirmishing and picket duty, skilled in using the terrain for concealment. Spirited charge, trained especially in the use of a bayonet in close combat. Deadly volley. This unit is trained vigorously in maintaining fire discipline, releasing their volley only when the effect is assured. I like that one. Ace of Spade 1. These men are trained to always improve the cover provided using spades or whatever they have in hand. I kind of like that one as well. Iron Discipline 1. The men are trained to high standards of discipline, and they understand the meaning of keeping their ranks together under fire. I wonder if that pumps up their morale as well. I'm going to go with Deadly Volley on this one. And you can get perks for the division and the army. I don't know if that's tied to the general or to the actual army itself, but we'll find out. I'm going to put Iron Discipline on this one. I'm going to kind of alternate. Okay, so artillery is different. Close support 1 when enemy lines are closing in. The gunners are trained to load 2 canister rounds to maximum effect at point blank range. Skilled laying 1. The gunners in this unit are specially trained in gun laying in order to silence enemy guns at a distance. Grand Battery 1. The gunners are trained to keep their aim when firing their guns rapidly. Flying Battery 1. Trained in quickly limbering and changing positions. This unit can be used to harass enemy movements with improved effectiveness. Sapper Gunners 1. The sappers are trained to always improve The cover provided using spades or whatever they have at hand. I think I'm going to go with this one because I can always use better coverage or better cover. This one, let's go with, let's see what, I want to see what Zouave does. I mean, I know what it does, but I want to see what it's going to be like. So I'm just going to go through all of these and select. Let's do Iron Discipline. I think that's got to help their morale. And see if the cavalry. No, the cavalry. I guess you can see a little red ring around the outside, and that looks like it's at about 33% maybe. I could be wrong. That one looks more like 25%. There's nothing there. I don't know. But whatever. We've upgraded everybody there. And supposedly they're gaining experience even when they're not battling. Especially if your general has a high administrative value. So let's pop that to 4%. Their morale seems really good. Let's hit 10. Oh. Well, that's not good. But you know what? I think, let's get away from that sound. That was very loud. You know what? I think that squadron didn't have any, or it might have had very few boats in it. Let's see. Ships 3, disabled 0, guns 10 was here. 17 ships. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can't upgrade him. Maybe they'll do better. Alright, so they're upgraded. Let's see if that doesn't help. I don't know if it goes into effect immediately, but I think it was doing it. I found these ships don't do well against forts, which I think is fairly historical. Any game I've ever played where I've tried to use the ships to bombard forts hasn't gone well. Ever. You know, especially in Asia games, you get your rear end handed to you. Okay, good. They're coming down to Chattanooga. And then let's see what we got over here. So right now we have the Army of the Ohio sitting on top of Nashville. There's the 3rd Corps. Army of the Mississippi. And then the 1st Corps. Why are all these troops so... And why can't I get that off my screen? I don't know what I was doing there, but we'll move you up. And we'll move. I'm not a big fan of this piecemeal thing going on. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm the one in the wrong when I think of doing it like that. But it seems like to me if you keep your armies together, you won't get destroyed piecemeal. What do we have going? That's okay. What do we have coming on down here? Are you even moving yet? It says you're marching. Why are you not moving if it says you're marching? Let's go. Move up. It's on offensive. Okay. Hold on a second. I didn't do that, did I? And now I gotta fix this again because I don't like it. I don't know. I'm anal that way. So now it's back to the way I wanted it. I don't know what the hell these guys are thinking. But I don't understand why you're not moving. Go. Now it's saying you got 4 hours to think it over. Well, now they're moving. There we go. Finally. The Battle of Mobile has ended with a... Okay. Why are all of you... Let's see how he likes playing that game. Might as well look at all these. I want you guys to all have at least 12 pounders. Alright. Oh, is there anything else that's going on that we want to look at? I don't know. This episode seems to have kind of dragged a little. Nothing's going on. Nobody's doing anything. This guy took forever to get to where he was marching. But now he's going. So here we go. Glorious victory at Charleston. So see, that's what happens when you put good artillery in those units. And he's lucky it's not worse than that, to be honest. Results of Battle of Charleston. Polk at destination. You know, you'd think you'd read all these messages, but for some reason I'm not. Let's see. Why aren't... Okay. Huh. Okay. I'm not sure why I've got all these. Okay. So we got disaster right here, but when he comes back out, I think he's going to find himself in a little bit of trouble. I don't know why it was giving me all those messages. That was a lot of damn messages, to be honest. And this guy's, he's still kind of marching slow. Okay, this is getting a little annoying. Let's do it. Well, I would say this is a little bit of a bug. I mean, what the hell? All right. That was amazing. So here we go. He's moving on. That's got to be a bug, right? Look at the way my messages are going. That's got to be a bug. I'm afraid to put the speed up just in case I get that deluge of messages again from the doomed men of Mobile Bay. Look at all these messages. Hold on, here we go. Well, when we capture St. Louis, I mean not St. Louis, Springfield. We'll see if they're thinking that they're winning still. Blocked by 10%. Wonder what that means. All right, let's stop it. All right, let's. Ooh. So we did capture it. And I think that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm going to close the episode down, and maybe that will self-correct when we're out of the game and then when I go back into the game. So let's try that. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, the game is in early access right now. It is available for $39.99. Get your copy as soon as possible, and then maybe we can share notes. You can put messages on my videos and ask me questions of what I've run into compared to what you're running into, and we'll see if we can't have fun with this game together. Thank you very much for watching.